Welcome, watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's the 1st of January 2023, so Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you had a good night last night and weren't too hungover this morning, although I tend to believe that that's probably not the case. But if you're like me and didn't drink a sod last night, then welcome to the Sober Club. So anyway, sober as we are, looking today at Pang, a game that was released on most systems, ZX Spectrum, the Amstrad, C64, the Amiga, Atari ST, most console games also, console platforms I should say. Now this was released on the Amstrad GX4000, which was Amstrad's answer to the console wars. Unfortunately it lost quite badly in that scape. There were only 27 games released for the system, which was kind of part of its demise. Part of the problem with the GX4000, although it sounds bloody cool, is the fact that it was actually just an Amstrad 464 in a spanky new case. That was basically the real issue with it. It was kind of bought out at the same time as the Mega Drive and the SNES, so it was kind of being, well, it didn't stand a chance really. If this had been bought out at the time of the 8-bit computer wars, I think it was, might have had a bit of a chance. But with the CD32 and stuff like that, it didn't have a leg to stand on. And it's a shame, but it is literally just an Amstrad in a box. Obviously, if you had an Amstrad 464 or 6128, then you would have known that you got a monitor as standard. It was like one of those things they forced you to have, actually, and it was a shame. But it was actually quite a good monitor. Just pumped the price of the Amstrad up just significantly. But yes. This game's actually very good, but is it any different to the Amstrad 464, 6128 versions? Nah, not really. Same game, just in a different shell. But what a shell it is. It's actually quite a nice looking machine, actually. If you've never seen a GX4000, it looks like a little white spaceship. You had a 2-button controller as standard, and it could support up to 2 of those, which is great. And you'll probably notice that my UI is slightly different today because just to give you a heads up, one of my favourite emulators for the ZX Spectrum and the Amstrad has had a brand new update. It's been a while coming. I've been looking forward to this one for a long time. But yes, it's the Retro Virtual Machine. It's been updated. It has functionality for the Amstrad, the Spectrum, and now the GX4000, and also the MSX and the Sega Master System. Yeah, so it's increased its capabilities somewhat. I'll be glad to see more consoles added to this one, because if you can get an all-in-one, it's quite nice, isn't it? But it does the job. And this is one of the overlays it gives you, and I quite like the fact we're playing it on a kind of a monitor almost. It's quite cool. Let me know what you think anyway, because I can always take that away, not a problem. It is, just like I said, an overlay. So if you'd like to see more of the Amstrad and Spectrum games displayed on a monitor like this, then let me know, because it's an option I can turn on or off. So let me know your thoughts. You guys are awesome, by the way. Thanks ever so much for the comments on yesterday's Turrican 2 AGA review that I did. I'm glad to see some of you are going to take up the mantle and go and play it yourselves. So let me know what you think when you've had a go. Anyway, so Pang. This was an arcade game. It was released on many systems, as I said earlier. And holy crap, that's a lot of balls. That's a lot of balls. Yeah, that wasn't going to work. And if I scream that's a lot of balls again, I think I might just walk off the roof. Anyway, it was actually done really well. This is one of those arcade conversions that worked on so many different systems, and they did a really bloody good job on them. I think I've already covered Pang on the Spectrum, or was it the Amiga? It was one of them. There is a Pang review on my channel somewhere. I have to just dig it out somewhere. Just go to videos, hit the search button and put Pang, and it will bring up any videos that contain that word. I'm pretty sure that this is only the second one I've done, and if I've already done the Amstrad one, I do apologise, but I don't think I have. But yeah, this is really good actually. Very arcade. I'm going to say arcade perfect. It's actually not bad at all. If you've ever played Pang on the arcade and you enjoyed the game, you will enjoy this, because graphically it's really, really nice. And the colours are good too, which is something else the Amstrad did relatively well. But you can see here, you've still. I mean, I suppose the colours are a little washed out, but I mean, that's 8-bit for you. It happens. I mean, the Spectrum didn't really have any colours. I think it had 4, which is great. But you can let's go through the UI to start with, because, well, why not? First of all, in the bottom left-hand corner, you have your player 1 and your score, which player 1 being you would be your score. You get bonus lives after a certain amount of score as well. So you can see your lives underneath the score there in a little line, very neat uniformed line of lives there. Next to that, you've got your high score and what stage you're on, and then you've got your player 2 stuff as well, because this is a 2-player game, and I do believe it is 2-player simultaneously, not turn-based, which is even nicer because that, again, rolls straight into the arcade conversion type thing we were talking about earlier on. They've done a very good job of this game, and I love it. It is a very good game, actually. It takes a bit of patience in some levels and some working out, because once those balls start to break down into smaller versions of themselves, the game becomes significantly harder. So we'll move into controls now, actually, because that's quite a good segue. So basically, you've got left and right. Some levels have ladders, so you do have up and down, and then you've got your fire button, which propels out your ropes to break the balloons. Now, you do have power-ups. Some of them enable you to have multiple strings. Some of them enable your strings to be attached to the ceiling of the level that you're in. And there's dynamite, which breaks up any ball into smaller ones. So if you've got absolute, like, you can see here, the bigger balls break down into smaller balls. So if you've got, I'm just going to excuse the expression, but if you've got big balls on your screen, then you hit a dynamite thing, you might be giving yourself a little bit of a disservice, because it's going to be damn hard with the amount of small balls rolling around your screen. We're so juvenile on this channel, it's not even... But yes, it's a great game, very well converted, and if you've enjoyed Pang on any system, you'll enjoy it on the GX4000. So, very nice. You've got good music as well. You've got music all the way through the levels, and it changes as you go through the game, so you're not always stuck with the same music as you go through. You've got different bits on the map. You can actually choose your starting levels as well, which is quite cool. So you've got sound effects as well, which is good. It's just your standard sort of 8-bit affair with the sound, but it works, again, really nicely with the game. So it's not intrusive, it doesn't annoy you, it's not like, it's not like claws on the chalkboard, that kind of thing. I mean, the game itself is quite tricky, but the music and the sound effects don't detract from anything to do with the difficulty level, which is great. It's got a nice learning curve, and I think this is one of those games that you're going to enjoy. It's a puzzle game, and the puzzle is to stay alive the best way you can. Manipulating the ropes to attack the balls is the key here, and yeah. Let me know if you've played Pang, by the way. I've played it on this and the Amiga and the arcade, actually, and great fun. It is a very, very good fun game. You'll want to kill those things too, because otherwise they'll kill you. Nicely done. So you get different coloured balls as you go around, and each stage is uniquely different, which is nice as well. I'm not sure how many levels there are in this game, but there's enough to keep you occupied for a good time. So playability, it's absolutely on the money with the playability factor. It's a nice little arcade game on your Amstrad GX4000 that you can play whenever you like, and it's great. The replay value is also there because, one, it's bloody hard, so you'll probably want to be having multiple sittings of this game just so you can complete it. Completionists out there, you might want to bring a friend. It's one of those games that does work, actually, not will work, does work very well as a multiplayer game. You can team up with your friend and get the levels done quickly. I like this power-up, by the way. It is a gun, and it works really nicely, because now I can just run around and shoot all the baubles instead. So I should have said baubles in the first place, a bit more festive, but you know what, we're out of the festive period now. Hey! My Christmas decorations went away yesterday. It was a sad time, but it's nice to be back to normal. So anyway, this is aimed at any age range, really. I mean, if you can pick up and play, grab a joystick, push a button, then, this game's for you. So it's got a good learning curve to it. The only sort of difficulty, really, is avoiding the amount of balls that can be on the screen at any one time. So that's really the only sort of thing that you've got to look out for. But then you get extra time bonuses. You also get time stoppers as well, which you can stop the actual objects in midair, give you a chance to go and complete the level as you see fit, which is great. But yes, I'm feeling very sort of positive towards this channel for 2023. And if you enjoy my content, then please like, share, and subscribe because, well, every little helps, as they say. I would be very appreciative. Also, I do have my Patreon as well. I might be revising that, though, to make things a little bit cheaper, because I know, obviously, with the prices of things at the moment, not everyone can afford to subscribe at even the lowest tier, which is, I think, is about £3. But if I lower that down, that might be more lucrative for you. But, yes, please come and join my Patreon crew. I do have a couple of subscribers already, so thank you ever so much to you guys. You are awesome. You keep my my life going. So, again, thanks very much, and there will be some retro play coming to my Twitch channel. I've decided I'm going to do more than just PC games on there. There's going to be retro games also being broadcast on there live. I'll let you know my schedule as soon as I've sorted that out. But you're more than welcome to come and join me on some lives. And we can have some retro banter at the same time. So just keep an eye on this channel. There's going to be lots more retro stuff coming your way very soon. And I'm looking forward to what 2023 brings on the homebrew front, because there's been a hell of a lot of cool stuff over 2022. I can't see 2023 being any different because, well, it's just, well, people are enjoying the resurgence of the retro scene. I know I certainly do. And it's great to see new games being released to be able to be played on the actual hardware as well. So Turrican 2 being a prime example of that, by the way. But there's some cracking games coming out in the coming months. I will keep you all informed. We've also got the final version of Final Fight on the Mega Drive to look forward to, and some other goodies that are coming in the near future. So if you're looking forward to that as much as I am, then we're going to have some fun on this channel, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. And I hope I've brought some stuff to you that you've not seen before, and maybe some stuff that you'll go and download yourselves and give it a playthrough. What I'd really like to see is more comments. Come on, guys, don't be shy. Pull up a chair, pull up a keyboard, give me some comments. We love them on this channel. I do try and reply to as many as I can. I don't normally get round to not replying, so please pop a comment in. If you're going to be constructive, keep it pleasant and positive, because I don't like negativity. It's not nice. Anyway, none of you have been negative. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.